Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try marketgurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show. When it comes to day trading, Trader Plus is the right tool. Track 50 quotes simultaneously. Create dozens of quick lists. Display as many as 30 real-time intraday charts at the same time. Watch the action with candlesticks or bar charts as fast as 10 seconds. See the market by sectors. Use the chart models already prepared for you. Try Trader Plus for 10 days in the menu above without any obligation.
Hello everybody folks, welcome to the Swing Trading Show. Today we're Monday, June 15, 2015. The question bar is open folks. If ever you have any questions, feel free to ask them. On the markets today, we have markets that went down at opening to finally have an intraday rebound on all indices. This situation here is a situation where, so far, by looking at the market here, we want to see the SPY stabilizing first towards 207 points. So we went down at opening, we rebounded after testing this multiple tested support on the SPY. So it's kind of normal, technically speaking, to have a rebound. So what we want to see on marketgurus.tv is to see first a stabilization phase and then another wave of sellers that could bring the markets further down. Can we have it today? I doubt that. Even on the NASDAQ too, we went down at opening. Now we're stabilizing. Same thing too on the Dow Jones after testing this multiple tested support here on the Dow Jones. We're also rebounding. And on the TSX, we're starting to form a beginning of a sideways formation on the TSX though. We're still within this downward trend, but we're starting to form a sideways formation. I don't think that this intraday rebound is appropriate to open new positions for swing trading. For instance, even on gold is actually one of the best performers here for intraday wise, but the sector rebound is so minimum though that the opportunities for day trading are really limited. We could expect gold to go up in the next few days only and only if the situation worsens between Greece and Europe. Because the only reason why gold is going up today is because the talks between Greece and Europe have stalled. Right now, the only hopes is that on June 18th of this week, that they're going to come up with an agreement. So that's the deadline. So with this situation, though, we actually are being slightly patient. For instance, on marketgurus.tv that you can have access for free for 10 days, we have recommended as a short exposure on the gold sector, Agnico Eagle around this area. Today, Agnico Eagle is having an intraday rebound, but as long as the stock doesn't go above 39.53, there's no need to close that short position. So Agnico Eagle, we're being patient. We want to see actually the momentum in the gold sector being clearly established, being maintained, being sustained before considering to close our short positions on Agnico Eagle. Concerning the energy sector, we have oil that is slightly going down, and the energy sector right now is testing the low of its downward corridor. So really, it's a sector where we could not expect today to have a new wave of short selling opportunity. Now, with this decline on the sector, where we're starting to stabilize because we rebounded after testing 208 points here on the energy sector. Well, those of you who have opened some positions on the stocks that perform better when the sector declines, such as Parex Resources, which actually was a clear buying signal on June 9th, well, those of you who had those positions, no panic. Hold on to them. If you did have some short exposure, for instance, on MarketGurus.tv, we do have Kelt Exploration in our analyst shorts portfolio as a short. We recommended that stock around here. With this decline, we're okay. The stock is slightly getting back to the price that we shorted it, almost closer to the price that we shorted it. So far, there's no need to close that positions with the slight weakness of the energy sector. We prefer to be patient, prefer to see, can the sector first stabilize here around 210 and then make a new low. Overall, we're more bearish on the market than bullish, and even if intraday wise we're having a slight intraday rebound, we still believe that if ever the markets confirm a second wave of selling pressure, well, the strategy to trade this market's decline, which means if the Nasdaq goes below 4,992, if the Dow Jones goes below 17,712, if the TSX can actually go below 14,730, and if the SPY could go above 208 points, the strategy to trade that decline is through bearish ETF. So this is actually a list here of the bearish ETF. So far, they're not really performing really well. However, they have to be put on your watch list just in case their decline continues. It's going to be tough to have new short opportunities. So bearish ETF, if you want to trade the market's decline, and if you have no short exposure, this is actually the alternative you should favor to play the market's decline that should come in the coming days. So why markets are going down? First of all, there's what's happening in Greece, the uncertainty again, but also the thing that's happening is that what about the Fed? What's going to be the Fed's move? We have the FOMC minutes this week. Is the Fed going to be more bearish undertone to actually say that we're not going to raise interest rate as in June? That could be also one reason why actually investors have been slightly nervous, but maybe the slight rebound that we have seen is a sign that maybe the Fed is going to be more bearish, so actually raise interest rate later, so that could make the markets go up. So we could have definitely a markets that's going to remain still volatile in the coming days though, and I really think that the Fed statement, I think it's on Wednesday if I remember right, is actually going to be a key driver in the next market's direction. So we definitely are monitoring that, and this is why it's important today to not rush your move, especially rushing to close your short positions, rushing to close your long positions, because we do not have really market conditions that are clear enough, and this will just generate transaction costs for you and will not lead to any gains. So this is why I think that you're better off being a little bit more patient, wait for a clear establishment of the bearish momentum before taking some profit in your short positions or before considering to open new positions among the bearish ETFs. Now, with this situation here, I still want to show you some stocks that stood out during the day that we found on MarketGurus.tv in terms of short opportunities. There's always exceptions, even if we say that overall it's a moment to short the market, there's always exceptions. You have here Sangamo Bioscience, that is a clear breakdown. So you see at $10, that is a target on a stock like that. Except that it's near the oversold situation, already losing 6.84%. This is the risk I see on a stock like that. Twitter, nice breakdown. Seems like investors are not so happy that the co-founder took the reins of the company, but it's a clear breakdown. Exit point $37. Flowserve, wow, pretty nice. Pretty nice as a breakdown for Flowserve, except, wow, breaking an important support though. That might be a point that might trigger a rebound. So Flowserve, no, don't really like it. I don't really like it. I don't really like it because look, the first of all, stochastics close to the oversold situation, and look at the histogram here. We're making a new low, but the histogram is still having an upward trend. This is a clear bearish divergence, bullish divergence, sorry. So this is actually a signal that this breakdown here might not last. So Flowserve, it's a clear false signal. Let's see here for copper tire. This one is way better. It's a clear breakdown. So really few breakdowns, the only 3 on the markets today. So it's really not enough to actually consider the market as a buying signal or a shorting signal. Now I also want to mention here quickly that there's some stocks in the agribusiness vector that seem to confirm a bottom. Agrium, DuPont Nemours, Potash Corp, all of them are stabilizing. But with the market situation, with our belief that the markets could actually go down in the next coming days, we don't think that it's appropriate to actually open some positions among those potash stocks, even if they're starting to form a bottom, but they remain to be watched. Now, Paul has a question here about PAA. So can you please analyze PAA? Thanks. Well, first of all, Paul, this is the thing I don't like with PAA, is the fact that we have still a lot of congestions, a lot of resistance there at $12 for PAA. So getting in now at $12, we might have a pause. However, those are the good things that I like. The fact that there's a lot of uncertainty with Greece, that will actually continue to bring a wave of buyers in silver and gold. So PAA might actually continue to benefit from that if this wave continues. So that's the bet that you're making if you're buying PAA. Another thing that I like, PAA is actually towards the 30% range with its 933 stochastics, which is also something that's good. And the histogram is starting to tilt towards positive territory. So if you're betting that the situation in Greece is going to worsen, that we're going to have a wave of buyers that's going to continue among silver and gold, I think PA does represent an opportunity to benefit from that, but it's a speculative trade that you're making. The risk is that we might just pause at $12 because there's a lot of congestion there. So this will not be a great gain potential on PAA if you're buying that stock today. I would say going gradually on a stock like that because of this resistance that is at $12. But fundamentally speaking, by looking at the situation on the market, by looking at the technical indicators, definitely PA seems to be in a situation where it's a great timing to get into that stock.
Find answers to your questions by emailing your host at btm@decisionplus.com.
5 good reasons to manage your investments with National Bank Direct Brokerage. Commission fees fixed at $9.95 anytime for all clients and starting at only $6.95 for active investors. No administrative fees if you hold at least $20,000 in your accounts. Registered accounts available in U.S. currency. Powerful tools to help you manage your portfolio. Award-winning customer service and satisfaction levels amongst the highest in the industry. To learn more, visit nbdb.ca or call us now.
Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try marketgurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above.
So I hope Paul have highlighted for you the risk in buying PAA today, even if technically speaking it's a nice buy. However, there's still a risk that at $12 we might stop. So that's the risk you have to take into account. Now, you have another question here. What do I think of TRX, Tribute Pharmaceuticals? Well, this company here is being acquired by Posen. So Posen will acquire Tribute Pharmaceuticals. This will create a new company. This new company will be relocated in Ireland, so they will pay less taxes, and then Tribute Pharmaceuticals shareholders will have the new share of the new company that will be traded on the Nasdaq and on the TSX. So that's the deal. Well, Posen just bought Tribute Pharmaceuticals to pay less taxes. It's a strategy that a lot of companies have been doing. I'm not saying it's ethical. Well, just trying to get more gains for shareholders, but not good necessarily for the government coffers. Now, for this situation here on Tribute Pharmaceuticals. I think it has really risen by so much, right? I don't know. For me, it's tough to give an opinion on a stock like that. I think the thing is, they say that in the third quarter of 2015, the stock will close. So I would say that I really can't have an opinion on that stock. I think it's better to see what's going to happen with the transaction. Can it go through? What's going to be the new ticker of this company? It was not said in the press release that I read on Tribute Pharmaceuticals. So for now, I think maybe I would like to see the new story behind this merger with Tribute Pharmaceuticals and Pozen. So this is actually the thing that I would like to see for those two companies so far. So right now, I cannot really give an opinion. Even technically speaking, there's nothing that could explain why the stock is going up as much, right? Because we still have a stochastic that's so clear to the overbought situation. So buying it right now, for me, it's not an appropriate timing at all. I'd like to see the stock stabilizing first, because when the stock stabilized and broke out, that's actually where it gave the best buying signal, right? So I think that's what you have to see now. So let's hope that the stock could stabilize towards 154, probably break out again. But as I said, with this transaction, with this merger between Pozen and Tribute Pharmaceuticals, I really don't think that you're going to have a lot of time before actually quickly taking some profit on that stock, because in the third quarter of 2015 they're supposed to close the deal. And this company here, the shareholders will have the shares of a new company that will be based in Ireland. We don't know the ticker, but we know they will be the shares will be listed on the Nasdaq and on the TSX. Now, hi Chris, can you analyze Cardiff Energy? How much more gains on an oversold stochastics? Well, it's not an oversold, it's an overbought stochastics, Paul. So totally overbought stochastics, yes, on a daily basis, but also on a yearly basis as well. So how much more gains? Wow, it's a $1 million question, Paul. Really, I can't tell right now, because we cannot rely on the stochastics to determine how much more gains in that stock, because we see we have stayed totally overbought on that stock, but still the stock has pursued its rally. So that's really a situation where we cannot rely on the stochastics. Now for that stock here, we know that we're reaching a top of September on that stock, so this is why maybe we have seen a wave of sellers coming in. The new thing, the new entry point will be if ever the stock could stabilize first. We might begin to start a stabilization phase, but I don't know really how much more gains can that stock do. To buy that stock right now, definitely not. Too overbought, has rallied too much, reaching a top of September. I believe that it is definitely due for stabilization phase before having another wave of buyers that could propel that stock higher, because it cannot eternally go up. Yes, it's maintaining its upward trend, but even if you're trend trading, which means you buy that stock because it maintains a solid uptrend, I think you could definitely get it at a cheaper price if the stock comes and retests its upward trend towards 20 cents. So this is why I'd like to put that stock. I'd like you to put that stock on your watch list, monitor it, and see can it form a sideways formation that allow the stock to remain above 20 cents. If it does remain above 20 cents and has a stabilization phase with this situation here and breaks out again, okay, that would be a go. But right now, it's not a go. It's only a stock to be put on your watch list. As for the day trade, wow, it's AXPW, 257%. That's the day trade of the day. Impressive. It was recommended in marketgurus.tv. I think since this morning or since 10:30, I think 9:48. So wow, folks, wow. I hope you had fun with that stock. Several entry points in a stock like that. Impressive. The thing is that they announced a licensing agreement with one of their client, and the stocks just surge, right? Day trading, I would not hold it overnight, especially on a stock trading around 10 cents. So usually this optimism tends to be short-lived and really impressive stocks, but mostly for day trading. So overall, folks, we have markets that are not so clear. We have a slight rebound. That is not enough to say that you could open some positions for swing trading. The best alternative remains to stay patient, stay cautious, remain cautious, hold on to your current positions. We believe in market gurus that TV that the decline could continue in the next coming days, but before we need to have a clearer stabilization phase and then a new wave of sellers to have new short opportunities on the market. If ever we do not have the stabilization phase and markets break their today's low in the next few days, an alternative to trade that decline will be through bearish ETF. So this is why I think they should continue to remain on your watch list. And in the energy sector, we're testing the low of a downward corridor, but so far this rebound is still fragile. And watch gold, because gold could be the sector where we could have a wave of buyers in the coming days. But this wave of the wave of buyers of today's is not convincing enough to say let's go on the gold sector. I'd like to see a clearer wave of buyers, see the situation in Greece worsens before considering to buy any gold stocks for day trading. So that said, see you at 12:30 tomorrow on the Swing Trading Show on decisionplus.com.